Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Logitech presents the Valorant Ready to Play Esports series in Bangladesh. We are back with another match in the knockout series, and the competition is heating up as the teams are withering away. More and more experienced teams, more and more big names are showing up in these matches, and now we have a couple of big names on our hands in this next knockout match-off. We have side of Dead3ye Esports taking on Red Viperz Gaming. By the way, it's me, Kirito, taking you through this matchup. And before we go any further, let's take a look at the agent selections to see the map is going to be Ascent. And I believe Ascent is probably the most played map in this series. I mean, at this point, I feel like every map I look at is either Ascent or Bind. We have seen Haven, we have seen Breeze once, I believe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But from the side of, let's go into the agent selection from the side of Red Viperz Gaming. On defense, Interference is going for the Sova. Depth is going to be going for the Brimstone. Neon for Slimzer A. And AZ is going for the Reyna. And Quixo is going to be going for the Killjoy. For the side of Dead3ye Esports, Typhoon is going to be going for the Brimmy. Bako very floofy going for the
Choose your agent.
Natkichele is going to be going for the Killjoy. Zenaxon is going to be going for the Jet. And Faisal is going to be going for the Yoru. Now, interesting picks coming in from both sides. We see a Yoru and a Fate pick coming in. A couple of new agents. Not the original selection of agents from Valorant. But yeah, I feel like that should be a pretty decent agent composition. Obviously, we see double duelists being played by both sides, and I feel like that's fine on Ascent. Ascent is more of an aim-based map. Map control is a factor, information is a factor, but both teams aren't running the Sova though. We do see RV going for that Sova pick. I feel like that should be the reliable pick, considering that you're going for a double duelist composition, because obviously the Sova can provide such a wide variety of information, and it provides information in a much safer manner compared to a KO and a Sky. So overall, the accuracy and the way to get information is much better on the Sova. But going for a Fade is very questionable because Fade isn't necessarily an information gatherer. It's more of a close quarters, like it's not a long range information gatherer like Sky can be or Sova is, right? It's more of a close range combat situation, right? It takes fights. That's what Fade does, and now that's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be dealing with that in this matchup as we begin the first round. Looks like Dead3ye are going for a push towards the side of B. A couple of Shoggers coming in, I believe, from Interferon. He's going to be sending a recon flying as well. What is this guy doing? Oh my god. This man is a Sova at heart. That seemed like he could have simplified that very easily. But instead, he did something really complicated. Now we're going to see the entry being done into the side. Euro fake quickly. They're going to be going in as Zenaxon gets a frag. So does Vako. Very floopy. Slimzere Interferon eliminated the spike front. It's going to be going down in the hands of Typhoon. And retake for the side of RV. Faisal's going to be TPing out there. Depth trying to break that wall. But he has to be wary about the players from Catwalk. Are there any players from Catwalk? Not yet. But Faisal is going for it. 10 HP. He's going to go for the shift walk. Deft better be wary about this, or he's gonna be caught in the rock in a hard place. As Quicksilver going for the job. There's a player in hell. Are they gonna clear him is the question. As Ezio will spot him, takes him down. But here comes Faisal, missing his shot. That's gonna be very costly as Def gets a frag. 2v3 scenario. The Killjoy utility, the Brimstone utility is buying some time. As Typhoon gets a frag onto Def. Quicksilver's trying to go for the defuse. He's jumping, but he'll die. As Ezio gets one, and he gets a second. But does he have time for the defuse? He maybe does. He maybe just has it. Oh my word! Oh my word! What? Whoa! That was a close one. That was absolute. What a way to kick the match off. Ezio with the 3K to clutch out the round, barely keeps his team alive for the second one, and he's gonna be buying a Vandal. RV, they do get their buy round in, and Ezio usually teams buy Spectres here, but Ezio is gonna be going for the full Vandal. After that play, how do you not though? How do you not feel the Vandal coming? As we see Slimzere going for a peek with the Spectre, but Zenaxon gets the better of him with the in the long range situation. The Sheriff would be a bit better, but Deft with a quick trade. And almost finds another one onto Zenaxon. He's going to be low on HP. No way to get heals as Ezio is going to be holding that angle now. Sends one stray bullet flying through the smoke. But it doesn't connect. With Faisal though. If you can get a timing on quick. So, oh, did he see his shoulder? I don't think he did. Oh, he definitely saw his shoulder now. You can get up close and try to land the right click. Oh, misses. The turret brings the 4 HP and Quickso takes advantage. Oh, he needed to play it patiently. But now the team is all over the place. 50 seconds. They have the time, but they have the spike, but they don't have any progress done. They only got one frag onto Slimzere, and that's it. They're re-aggressing on mid, though. Typhoon's between a rock and a hard place. He's stuck in that wine area, and we don't see Interferon actually pushing out aggressively, try and go for flank. So he doesn't. Typhoon's not gonna have any frags anytime soon. Meanwhile, Nafkit and Zenaxon, they're just chilling in tiles. Great patience from RV though. They aren't going for these fights. Oh, he sees them. He gets a dink in. They're so low on HP. Depth sends a molly flying. That's actually not gonna help him, but he did tag Natkichele up. 28 HP. Ezio gets one. So does Interferon, taking down the player in lane. He was trying to lurk, and Ezio to finish things off. 2-0 is given the scoreline, and the Byron comes out flawlessly, near flawlessly for the side of RV. Now Dead3ye, they're going to have their own buy rounds coming in. Their own rifles are going to be on the deck to try and get some rounds in their favor. All Vandal spot in the chat. Rise up. Meanwhile, we do see the bonus weapons being played by the side of RV. And that is the widest choice. They have a Vandal already. Ezio did not lose his Vandal last round, which is it's really helpful considering that a lot of the times these teams go for ego buys to go for Vandals on the second round. Or going for buys on their save round that might not be the wisest of idea. As we see Slimzere trying to go for an aggressive push. The fake Yoru comes in and he's gonna get a couple of frags. Dep does get a trade with it with his molly, and the entry has been disrupted. Ezio gonna be popping that Embrace, and that's gonna be enough to scare all the players from D3 away from that B side to the A side. As Nakisha is going to be the only one lurking out, and they're re-rotating. They're making their way out of there. 3 versus 4 scenario. The only one actually holding this B side is going to be Quixo. Oh, I'm pronouncing your name right. He does have some utility to play with. He does have an alarm bot in mid. For now, he's going to be jiggling. I'm not sure if that jiggle is a wise of ideas and presence detected in that main. He's going to be sending a swarm nade flying. Rotations aren't here yet, but they should be coming in, and that's gonna be another rotation. They're gonna fall back again. Ezio pushing up, and he's gonna be spotting. He's gonna be spotting Nakpichele in that front. Swarm nade comes up, won't touch Ezio. Ezio holding an angle. The jumpy comes in. He's gonna try and run away, but with 22 HP, he's gonna be able to dodge the swarm nade. But Ezio, he has both soul orbs, so he needs one heal, and he hears all the footsteps. He's trying to get ready for a peek, but no, he gets that shot instead. In front with the trade, but Nakpichele is gonna get a quick follow up, leaving it all in the hands of Quixo. But again, not a bad round from the side of RB. They played their bonus. They played their bonus, and they caught a couple of frags. They could have denied the spike plan, but well, what's done is done. Quixo, if he gets another frag, it's gonna be a huge success for the side of our RV. Oh, he's got his knife in his hand. Bako very floofy is just holding that angle. Oh, if he comes in, he's gonna miss a few shots, and Quixo's gonna take advantage. Gets one more frag. Typhoon to trade him out. But that's gonna be 3 players eliminated for D3. That might be a little bit too much damage done on their economy. They might not be able to go for full buys. Let's see if that happens or not. But RV, they can definitely go for their own full buys. Slimzer, I believe, yeah, he's gonna have to play with the sheriff. His economy isn't looking the best. Deft as well, playing on half armor. And the side of D3's economy isn't as bad as it seems. They got 3 vandals. They got a sheriff, and they even have a spectre on the hands of Bako very floofy. And they're going to be pushing this B-side aggression from Quixo. I love that RB's going for this aggression, but they need to be a little bit more situational. They can't go for one every single round. As the entry is happening, Quixo spotted out. They know where he is. They know his position because he is now marked. The main push is disrupted a little bit. They're going to slow things down. Their rotations are going to be coming in. Basil gets a frag in mid onto Def. Now the entry towards the B side is going to be re-aggressed. Blade Storm's activated for Zen accent. Spam shots coming in from Quixo. Nothing really connecting as Slimzer finds a frag onto Typhoon. That's going to be making this a 4 versus 4 scenario. As rotations down mid are going to be happening. But Slimzer's going to be moving away from mid. And he's actually going to be going towards B. There is a turret, there is an alarm bot to keep protection from that kitchen area. They are moving towards the A side as we see. Oh no, interference, that's not what you want to see. As Ezio gets one trying to dismiss away, will be successful in doing so. As he's going to be making this a 2 versus 3 scenario. Spike plan denied for now as Ezio trying to buy time for his team to rotate. He will. And he's going to be breaking the wall. The spike plan will go down. Quixo's trying to go for a quick execution. They line up for him as Bako gets one frag, but not enough. Quixo takes advantage of them standing right next to each other. And it's going to be 3-1 in favor of RV, who are looking really good.
You don't deserve my invention.
The only problem that I have with RV right now is sometimes they're really overextending and they're going for aggressive peaks that D3 are reading. And they're not in scenarios where they can actually get out of those situations with a trade, or at least with the player still alive. So that is something that I feel like should possibly be avoided. I think Quixo just got DC'd. Yeah, his ping is not visible, so I believe Quixo got DC'd. Again, a buy round coming in for RB, and we are gonna see a half buy coming in from DT. Are we gonna see a pause? Pause? Any pauses? No pauses in the chat. Okay, we're going in. B-side pushes Slimzer, evens out the odds to get a 1 frag onto Zenex, and Faisal does straight out, though it's essentially a 3 versus 4 situation. The only player inside the side, which is inside the B side, which is Quixo, he's disconnected, and Arvik wasn't able to pause in time. As Faisal gets one more with the Deagle. Has his ultimate. He will handle this dimensional drift coming in. He's going to be moving in towards the A side. Picks up a gun as well. But the push is towards B. The bomb is in B. The players are in B. But look at Ezio. Did he spot Nakkichen? He does. He gets a frag and he's going to be dismissing away. Bako very floofy. Taken down. 2v4, 2v3 scenario. His depth is going to be sticking in that B side and watching that mid area. I mean, if they do push through mid to market, they should kill Quixo, who's just standing there disconnected. Ooh, Def just doesn't catch the timing. Spot Typhoon walking up towards Catwalk. They're rotating towards A main, but time's ticking away. 30 seconds. They need to make their move. And that should start with Nakichile getting this frag on
30
anything.
seconds
Spotted
left.
them out. They see each other. He's gonna pick up the Marshall, pick up a Vandal instead, and lands the headshot onto
Out of
Ezio.
charges.
Good timing, and they're gonna be walking into this A site. Oh, the flash wasn't the best. They will be getting inside. The spike plan should be done. We don't. There is no Brimstone ultimate available for Deft. He still needs one more
Spike
frag.
planted.
Essentially a 1 versus 3 in his hands. Half HP on the Killjoy though. Nakichile. Counter smoke coming in. He's
Smoke's
gonna be
down.
coming in from heaven. That was a risky play though. The smoke dissipated. Jared will be spotting him out, but not doing any damage. And Faisal again going for the long flank. I believe he's gonna be trying to head towards heaven. He should be trying to head toward, heading towards heaven, because the door's closed. And there's not much he can do from if Deft is on the bomb. He's dependent on his teammates, and he should be making his way towards heaven regardless. He hears the player inside his Deft, gets one frag on that. If he gets this frag, if he gets the second one to the Typhoon, and regardless, there is no time. The peak comes in, trying to go for a one shot. Faisal does die out with the spike for some reason as Typhoon takes down Deft. And that's going to result in a 3-2 scoreline. Still RV in the lead, but yeah, with Quickso disconnected, I feel like that round could have gone very differently if he was in the matchup. But regardless, if he reconnects, he's still going to have a rifle, I believe. So that's going to give some economic relief. And he's going to have some money as well, so that's going to give some economy to work with for the side of RV to try and recover their losses. Meanwhile, Dead3ye are going to have their own buy rounds coming up. All of them should be able to afford rifles quite easily.
Right here. Right here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are back. I believe Quixo has connected to the game, and yeah, he is moving around. He's got his Phantom to play with, and he will be participating in the next rounds. And he is going to be playing with his Phantom, buying some utility to give his team some firepower. Meanwhile, a full Vandal squad comes in for this BTF. XDO going for an aggressive peek again in that B main area, and only with the mere Sheriff missing his shots. Easy entry for the side B3. The Killjoy utility might cause some problems. For now, they're easily able to make their way into the side. Nothing really happening for the side. If RB as Indifferent goes for a quick peek, Quixio as well will be falling in backside. Slimzer with his Blade Storm coming into the retake. The Fade utilities will be giving his positions away as Death falls in the hands of Vako. Vako very floopy as Slimzer gets a frag on the next one, but traded quickly by Typhoon. I don't know what happened that round, honestly. I was not mentally prepared for it. I was just, just relaxing as the technical issue break was going down, and then I just looked up and all this pandemonium is happening. Well, yeah, hopefully I won't butcher the rest of this match like I did in that round. But regardless, we're gonna be going into the the seventh round. Both sides should have their buys. Dead3ye will be able to solidify their economy by winning this round and coming up with the lead with a 4-3 scoreline. Not before RB can stop that though, as we see they have their own Byrons coming in, and again an aggressive B push. No aggression from RB is what we're seeing. As we do see Quixo spotted out and marked again by the use of the Fade utility. The Fade ultimate is going to be coming in. The entry not happening just yet. They're not entering the side, but finally here comes the entry as then Action is going to be pushing in. Typhoon and Fade will get a couple of quick frags. Entry into the side is done. No one's there to stop it, as the rotations are going to be coming in. Then Action gets one more on to interfere on. Slims are still inside the side, not spotted out. The smoke is going to dissipate, but look at behind him. There's a player in market, and Paco very quickly takes him down and gets a 0 as well. 3-4 the scoreline as Dead3ye take the lead and get their economy on a certain new level of existence. Because now with each member having above 5,000 credits, they shouldn't have any problem buying in the next few rounds at all, even if they lose the rounds. Meanwhile, the side of RB are gonna have to start things off with their own save. Slimzer for some reason has got a Vandal in his hands, while his teammates are opting to go for pistols. Yeah, I mean, if you're saving, just save with your team. But who am I to judge? As you see again, activity in B side by the side of Dead3ye's mid smokes are gonna be coming in. Ezio is gonna be pushing this alongside Def. Are they gonna get a frag out of this? Oh, he hears him up close, but just a little bit too late. Is Xanax and just gonna frag on the Def, and Ezio doesn't stay back over floopy. A 4-3 moment right there. Basil gets one more on the Quixio. There is one more player in there, and Interferon will be taken down. It's also Slimzer, and he's trying to get a frag, but he will be taken down by Xanax as well. Triple kill for him as the lead is extended. 5-3 the scoreline. And RB, they definitely had no chance in that round considering the weapons difference. There's no way they're gonna be able to come back with that. Okay, let's move into the next one, as we are gonna see RB coming up with their own buy, all rifles in their hands. Quixo with half armor and a Spectre on Slimzer A. They have a couple of, they actually have a few ultimates. Interfering with the Hunter's Fury, we do see the Killjoy lockdown in the hands of Quixo and Ezio with the Reina Empress to try and pop off, as we see Interference Drone spotting at a bunch of players in that catwalk area. Now Killjoy will take down Ezio as the Horn follows Interference, which is going to get a trade onto Faisal. That's going to give them the man equality 4v4 scenario, as they're going to be making their way into the A side. Dead3ye trying to get the spike down. No one's really stopping them towards tree, and Def is going to be coming in a little bit too late. Clears out the tree area, no one's really there as the lockdown comes in. Brimstone ultimate is available for the side of Typhoon if he wants to go for it, and he's not going for it as all the members of the team are going to be exiting. They're actually going to be, they're going to get detained. What's he doing? Interferon gets one, Def the couple, and Slimzer A as well. What? Why did they ult? When did they ult the lockdown? What just happened there? Typhoon. I I don't know what's happening, ladies and gentlemen.
Deserve my
4-5 is going to be the scoreline for RV, and they're on the comeback scale. Economy will be a little bit better after this round, so they should afford full armor and all rifles if they can. Yep, there it is. Some team buys are going to be required. Dead3ye should be good enough to buy their own weapons as well in this round, but again, they still have the momentum, they still have the lead to try and keep this match in their favor. That should be very important for them right now, because they don't want to lose this lead that they've built up, because RV on their attacking side, I feel like it's going to be quite a menace, especially with the double duelist combo coming in and that Sova player as well. Interferon. Well, they're going to be holding in B main again, and no aggression yet from RV. It's just going to be Slims that are holding an angle, going for a repeat, completely unnecessary. He can fall back if he wants, with the haunts coming in. Will be destroyed. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. The flash from the Yoru comes in, the fake, and the haunts are going to be trying to gather information, marking players, blinding them. No entry done yet, as a fake TP to turn disrupts Slim's array, but the push towards the side has been disrupted. Interferon in mid, trying to catch if any players are rotating or not, which they are, but not through mid. They're actually going all the way around CT, and this lack of information should give Ezio and Interferon a tingle in their spidey senses, like, oh wait, we're not hearing anything for a while, so this could be a rotation. Interferon will be peeking mid. Spots a player. His recon was spotted as well. Now they should realize this is a possible rotation towards the side of A, and a couple of players should try and bolster this, and we will be seeing that this Def is going to be making his way towards the side. Smokes are going to be deployed. And shot drops coming in, the flash as well, but nothing really stopping the players. They're all inside the smoke, but Def does nothing to stop it. Ezio gets the frag on the Bako very fluky, but Def coming in from behind, spots the jumping jet, gets a headshot somehow, but there's a player in hell. He's instead peeking main as Narkishel is going to get the trade onto him. 4v3 scenario. The attacker lockdown is going to be disrupted. Not disrupted, actually completed. As none of the players from RV are detained. We're gonna see the Brimstone ultimate coming in. The orbital cannon not finding anything. Ezio gets a frag on the Typhoon instead. Narkishel with the trade, but Ezio with a follow-up. And he gets a 4K as well to finish things off onto Narkishel, making this a 5-on-5 scoreline. Ezio going big as the duelist for his team. Getting a few frags and boosting the retake essentially. Giving his team the momentum they need to get themselves back on their feet. Because 5-5 now, this is a fighting chance. Now they can make this a 6-6 or a 7-5 scoreline to try and give them a better chance in the second half. Because I believe the side of RV, they're waiting to come into their attack side. They're waiting to use that Jet and Reyna combo, the Sova information, and the Killjoy on watching alerts. Because I believe each and one of these players from RV are so aggressive on their end. Meanwhile, I'm really interested to see what Bako very fluffy does on defense with the Fade. His Fade, being new agent and everything, I'm really interested to see how it works out in pro play. Because for now, I feel like Bako, he's got some lineups to play with. He's sending those, I believe, haunts. The Seizes, the Prowlers, and the Haunt. So the the haunts will be sent flying, the Prowlers as well. And those lineups are coming out quite handy right now. But now Dead3ye cutting off all noise after that initial bit of activity outside A. Trying to fake a rotation. We do have a couple players in mid with Def being positioned on catwalk. Should see if anybody's pushing through it. He was not peeking there for a while, so he should call that out to his teammates. The guys, they could have got a good timing and walked in there. But Ezio's there to confirm no one's in. Now we're going to see the activities coming in as they're entering the A side. The Euro ultimate is going to be up there. Gatecrasher is in. And he's going to be clearing all the angles. Actually going to heaven. Dimensional Drift keeping in the face of Interferon. Not the best of idea. As he gets a couple of frags. Ezio with a follow-up as well. Typhoon to try and trade things up.
30 seconds left.
And he's going to be pushed out of the side. 2v4 scenario. They're trying to make their way in. Spike is in the control of RV as the Molly will push them away. Nothing that can stop that right now. 20 seconds remaining. This Molly is eating up so much time from Def. And with 15 on the clock, Stim Beacon as well to stim his teammates up. There's nothing that Dead3ye can do but save.
10 seconds left.
Saving should be the wisest of option. Now the question for RV is, do they want to go for these hunts? Taking out these weapons will mean a lot for them on the long run. Disrupting their economy and all, but they can't let their own economy down as well. But Ezio, he doesn't care. He's going for the peak. Can he find a frag? He will! And he doesn't get the second one though, but taking out their one player should be enough for RV to get a good economy in their favor. Doesn't really matter though, because Dead3ye are going for their buys regardless, and an operator in the hands of Xanaxin. Operator on Jet on attack. Something really interesting that I'm really opting to see. Going for that peek down the tree area where Ezio is going to be positioned. Wonder if Ezio is going to be going for any aggressive peeks. We do know this guy to play. We do know this guy for playing really fast on the Reyna, really aggressive on the Reyna. And it's going to be a fast A hit from these two duelists. As we see Bako very fluky. Slender does get a frag on her kitchen as the Yoru is going to be walking in and trying to fill a fake over here. And they do get a few frags. Typhoon gets one as well onto Slender, turning this into a 3 versus 4 scenario. As we see Ezio the only one holding on to this A site for now. Brimstone Death3ye is going to be positioned in mid to catch any players rotating either from A to B or B to A, but won't spot anybody as the rotations are going to be coming in from the CT area.
Smoke's down.
So the T area or the attacker base. And they're going to be walking to the B side. Def will be thinking that it's an A side push and knowing that Quixo being the sentinel should have utility to provide information if this is a B hit or not. But luckily, for the side Dead3ye, this is a B hit and they're hitting it with a Fade Ultimate. Although it's not catching Quixo, rotations coming in. They're still making their way inside with minimal players lost, minimal effort. What is Quixo doing? I don't know, but a peek comes in and Spazel will be taken down. Can he get another frag? Blade thrown from Xanax and will trade him out. 2v3 scenario. Ezio coming from main and from market is going to be coming in depth. The Steez, sorry, the Haunts should be coming. Yeah, the Haunts come in, but Def will destroy them. But Xanax with the operator though. Oh, Def doesn't go for the peek. He's going for the peek. Spots the shoulder. Oh, lands a few bullets, but not enough damage done yet. Ezio is going to be making their way as well. Getting some wall bangs in, trying to do some additional damage. And the next thing gets a frag with the operator. Ezio going for a peek though. The knot comes in. The Thief comes in. Now what's he going to do? He's caught. He's blind. He doesn't know the Jet's dash onto stairs. Wall bang should connect, but doesn't even need it. As Bako very fluky takes him down. And it's a 6 and 6 all even Stevens as we enter the second half. RV going on their attack half, and we're going to see Dead3ye on their defense. Now the game begins as we are going to see the Yoru and Faye combination coming in handy in the defensive side. I want to see how that works out, honestly.
Turret out.
Let's go.
Storm coming in. First pistol round, and I believe, yeah, Yoru has made his way in their Faisal. He's in wine. No way to reach him, but oh, Slimzer actually checked it and will be taking him down. Bakori Kufi does get a frag, but Xanax with a quick trade. Low HP on Xanax and he will be taken down. Bako still going big, but will be traded out by Slimzer A as well, as he's gonna be on a triple kill roll. On for an ace as Nakishele comes in with a rotation alongside with Typhoon in heaven. Behind the smoke, Slimzer A with the frenzy 4K on for an ace. Does he want to actually go for it? Is Nakishele will be sorted out as Interferon is going to be baiting himself. He letting himself die as Slimzer picks up the sheriff to get his ace. He does lose 4 of his teammates, but regardless, spike planted. Round 1 buy should be in their favor. Spectre should be coming in. Dead3ye are going to be opting to go for a save possibly, but regardless, I mean, Slimzer with that ace, he's going to have a lot of money to play with. Instead, he's going to be going for a Vandal again. Yeah, this is a recurring theme for the players of RV. If they win out their pistol round, at least one of them is going to be going for a Vandal in the next one. Interferon going for a drone in that main. Is going to be Zen Action actually playing in that B side, trying to dash away, denied. As Slimzer is going to be getting that frag onto him. Faisal doesn't have a TP ready though, does he? I don't see it in the map as he's going to be playing inside the boathouse. They don't spot him. Oh, can he land a shot on Death but fails? As Ezio is going to be taking him down on... The trade does come in as Typhoon takes down Death. And a follow-up from him taking down Ezio as well. Bako very fluky with the shorty trying to make something happen. But that's very extremely difficult as he peeks out and Slimzer away with the Vandal. Takes him down. He should know the rest of the players are in CT as the kids are swarming to deny the entry, allowing him to get the frags and push in. Quick sort of finish things off on the Nakishele to get the killjoy diff and an 8-6 scoreline. Dead3ye are looking to be in danger as their own Byron is coming in. They can try and close out these halves, but looks like they're running into some money problems of their own. Bako very floofy and Faisal are going to be able to go for rifles. Nakishele can't afford armor though. He does in the end somehow, as Xanax is forced to play a Marshall, and Typhoon should afford rifle. Yeah, he does have a rifle in his hand. But I don't know why there's an accent going for a Marshall. He can buy armor as well. He's not buying armor either. I think he wants to save up for the jet. Sorry, the operator is what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm saying jet. He's already a jet. But RV are looking to push towards the B side again. A bit of utility is present from the Killjoy to slow things down. As the jet ultimate from Slimzer A will be activated. The Blade Storms are now in the round. There's a recon flying somewhere, I believe. Shock darts are going to be coming in. Not really doing much damage onto the players of RV. As Quickso's going to be holding that B main to try and find a frag. But oh, the Naxon spots out the players in mid. Actually does stag Def to half HP. Slims are jumping around, updrafting, trying to get an opening on some of the players. As we see Faisal spotted out, he's gonna be sending a fake flying, but Slimzer, even though he gets baited a little bit, will in the end find the frag. Natkicher does straight out Exio though. 4v4 scenario as the entry towards the A side is happening. The only player holding on there is Bako, very floofy as his what are they called again? Haunts are gonna be coming in. Prowler sent as well as Typhoon gets a frag onto Steamer. But a trade from Interferer making this a 3v3 scenario and a follow-up onto Typhoon. 2v3. Xanaxin trying to pick up a rifle, but he's only got a Sheriff, which is enough. Picks up a Vandal. 2v2. Killjoy and Jet versus Killjoy and Sova. Some spams coming in, nobody finding any shots just yet. And one player in main, one in hell. Interferer going for a peek. They should have information on the two players. Wide swing from Interferer. I think it's triple kill and quick. So from the depths of hell comes out as takes down Natkichile. 9 and 6 score line, not the other way around. Not 6 and 9, ladies and gentlemen. It's because it's RV in the lead, and they're going to be maintaining the scoreline, maintaining their economy as they win their own bonus as well. So that's going to give them a little bit of a boost. D3 are forced to go for another eco, so possible 10-6 on the card, double digits for RV as they have rifles in this one. Not the same for D3, but we have seen teams come back from this, so let's see if something like that happens or not in this round. Oh, Slimzer takes out Typhoon. I didn't even see that. And now caught between a rock and a hard place. He's not kitchen. Molly comes in. Dash from Slimzer 8 will be taking him down. The only one inside is gonna be Bako very floppy with a shorty. Trying to get one cheeky frag. He knows that he's done for, but Fatal. Oh! What? Oh, he will be traded out in the next one as well. Here comes the shorty to get the spike down. 2v1. Haunts are gonna be played. You should know there's a player in lane, but there's a player behind him as well. And Slims are 4k for him. They lose a couple of players, RV. But in the end, they win out the round. Faisal, what happened there with them with the Sheriff? I don't know. I just saw 2 headshots and boom, 2 frags. I don't know how that happened, but 10 and 6 score in double digits for RV, and now they are in a momentous lead. Economy-wise, they are in pretty decent shape. They need a few more rounds to actually stabilize. And meanwhile, weapons are obviously there for the last few rounds. A Byron coming in for D3 as well this time. We do see an operator in the hands of Xanaxin. But he's going to be positioned all the way in B main. Well, the push is going to be coming in A main. Oh, great flash from Faisal as easily as a shout onto Ezio. TP's away in time as the entry is not disrupted. Bakore Fluffy gets a frag onto Slimzer. Quick so. Oh, that's a fake! That's a fake! Faisal gets a frag with the help of that. As Interferer gets a trade on the Bakore Fluffy, but he's all alone. 4v1, he's so low on HP. What's he gonna do? He's